So we must turn away from this way of living, turn away from the way of the head. Actually, the other day I was just feeling that if I had to tell a child about this, what would I say? What is the primary pointing in satsang if I could encapsulate? How would I tell a child? And it came to me, and it still didn't sound very simple, so I'll try to find a simpler way even. But right now, provisionally, what I'm saying simply is keep your head empty, which means allow everything there to come and go. Head empty, heart full of as much love as you can muster for God. Even if you believe that you can't do it, all mental ideas may block you and say, love has to come, all that. Just love God. Don't think. Just love God with all your heart. Eyes, turn them inwards towards His presence. Not physically, but just don't bother so much about what is appearing in front of you. Be more concerned about the light within, the holiness within. And your whole posture, your whole body should be prostrate in service to God. That is a simple way of putting what I'm saying in satsang. Head empty, heart full, eyes inward, and body bowed down. Live like this. But how do we live? We live with a head full of knowledge. I know this is right, this is wrong. I'm very sure about this and I can conclude this. So we know so much in our head. No, keep it empty. You don't know, I don't know. Our hearts are clouded by anger and resentment and hatred. Where is the space to love God? Our eyes in combination with our mind always grasping, what's in it for me, what's in it for me, how does this help me? And servitude, forget about it. We want service from God instead of being in service to God. So we must reverse our posture in every way. And then our life becomes a sacred life, a holy life, a worthy life to be a true temple of God. So the only purpose of our life then is to be a true temple of God. Don't fall into the trap of saying that there is nobody here to have a purpose. Because the one that says that there is nobody here to have a purpose, this is for that one. So what is happening exactly? What am I trying to say? I'm saying that through knowledge, through true self-knowledge, you recognize that there is nobody here. This is true. That there is no individual entity here. There is no me. It is unreal. We recognize this directly, intuitively, as direct as it can be, as truthfully as it can be, that my reality is that of pure awareness, within which even consciousness takes birth. So this consciousness, this God presence also appears within my birthing ground. I am the ultimate reality. This is true. But it is also true that in this Maya, in spite of this clarity of insight, for the greatest sages who had this insight as well, there is a me who remains. So it would be fantastic, apparently, according to the mind, who itself remains. But according to the mind, you could just do who am I, who am I, who am I? I am that. Boom. And that is true. But just as much it is true that there is a me who remains. I borrowed that term from somewhere, I'll share in a moment. But this me who remains must become now just a servant of God. And the one who doesn't want that, who doesn't like the idea that there is a me who remains, who wants to hold on to an absolute position, see? That is the me that I'm talking about. You'll find a voice in your head strongly disagreeing with what I'm saying. That one is the one that I'm talking about.